The downfall of VLONE has honestly been hilarious to witness. Back in 2017, the brand was everywhere. It was being worn by your favorite rappers, respected in the streetwear scene, and perfectly fit that obnoxious 2017 hype beast aesthetic. Overdone logos, loud colors, and the attitude that if you didn't get it, you just weren't cool enough. VLONE was basically a uniform for SoundCloud rappers, Instagram flexers, and anyone who thought owning one shirt automatically placed them in a higher tier of streetwear culture. You could not go anywhere without seeing the word VLONE plastered on the front of someone's shirts, and the most iconic aspect of the brand, the big giant V taking up the entirety of your back. But like most hype-driven things, it never lasts. Between ASAP Bari's Controversies, the flood of watered-down collaborations, and the repetitive, uninspired designs, VLONE slowly turned into a meme, actually a complete laughingstock. That once iconic orange V, once a flex, became a target on your back and a sign you were about to be humiliated. And now in 2025, the brand has been officially exiled to mall clothing purgatory, hanging on Zumiez racks for even more oblivious buyers to pick up these relics of the past. VLONE started in 2013 by ASAP Bari, where Bari would sell his shirts on the streets of Harlem and through those in ASAP Mob. The brand grew quickly through promotion where the brand could be seen. Soon, the brand was being seen on more rappers, and it's quite simple. As the popularity of these rappers grew, so did VLONE. Since VLONE was considered a rapper's brand, it gave it more exclusivity and prestige, while the actual creative designs of VLONE are rather basic. But this is during the time of hypebeast era culture, where it did not matter about the designs, it just mattered if the brand had any hype or those wearing it were hype as well. But Nike was interested and even would tease a collaborative Air Force One with VLONE, never officially releasing, only through exclusive pop-ups like the pop-up shop in Harlem in February 2017. And it really looked like at the time that VLONE's path to new heights and opportunities was endless with this mainstream push by Nike. Then ASAP Bari someone. While these allegations absolutely destroyed any more mainstream support for VLONE, it did not stop the general and lackluster collaborations that would take place. Collaborations that overall watered down the quality and the scarcity that had driven the brand's hype. Throughout the years from 2018 to 2022, VLONE would collaborate with everyone and everything. Dennis Rodman, Palm Angels, Swarovski, and don't even get me started on all of the rapper collaborations VLONE has done over the years. From each of these collaborations, I'll show you the worst of the worst. We have Juice WRLD. Well, I mean, multiple times. I believe it's up to 3 or 4 different collaborations. Really milking them dead, huh? Pop Smoke, The Weeknd, Nav, multiple times, Kodak Black, and NBA YoungBoy. Once again, while these were the worst of these designs and collaborations, how can you look at any of this and not see blatant disrespect, utter lack of care, and pure laziness, and all a big cash grab to milk the dumb fans of these rappers by slapping VLONE on it, thinking that those, these demographics of fans really think that VLONE is still cool. Currently, it's not! You can generally tell that as the years of VLONE went on, so did their negative reputation. The people wearing these articles of clothing were, let's just say, basement-dwelling misfits, socially out of touch, and somehow still flexing VLONE in public. And with each sighting of that big V on someone's back, you kind of just have to laugh to yourself and be like, geez, this guy is out of touch and a fucking cornball. It all came to a head when a viral TikTok meme mocked those obsessed with VLONE, people constantly flexing the big V, as in virgin, on their backs. Along with that came an endless stream of photos showing people wearing VLONE and inappropriate locations. You have someone wearing it at Popeyes and multiple funeral receptions. You name it, VLONE is there and people are wearing it and flexing it. The wearers have always been mocked as thugs, like, VLONE thugs, and, not the stereotype, but often worn by Edgars. Most infamously, there is this photo of these little 4 VLONE thugs back in 2018 that just, I hope all 4 of these gentlemen are thriving in society, but honestly, this photo needs to be put in a museum. Just look at what they're wearing, the accessories, their smug faces. They think they're so cool, and respectively, at the time in 2018, this was peak streetwear, people. As VLONE was dying overall, thanks to being out of the hype cycle and the ASAP Bari controversies, the memes didn't help. If anything, they drew more negative attention, making anyone wearing the brand look like a goofball desperate for attention. These viral jokes didn't boost popularity or sales. Instead, they cemented VLONE's decline, turning what was once a symbol of streetwear clout into a slow-motion punchline. In October of 2022, VLONE announced the departure of ASAP Bari, kicking him out of his own brand, saying due to his irrational behavior, it was, quote, contrary to our collective. The announcement was posted to VLONE's Instagram. Apparently, ASAP Bari was against the direction the brand was taking, that being you can express yourself creatively without limitations. And VLONE announced that ASAP Bari has no authority. So let me get this straight. This was in 2022. That is 5 years after his alleged sexual assault. Okay, I guess better late than never, right? But while VLONE may have blacklisted him, the brand itself hasn't exactly aged gracefully either. VLONE is now officially found at Zoomies. While this might seem like a last-ditch effort to reinvent itself, it's clear the brand's only self-awareness comes from knowing its new demographic, white suburban middle schoolers growing up in Wisconsin. And what's being sold? Well, of course, the same stereotypical designs that made them known. 2 tired variations, and of course, a very specific Mexico edition. And I'm sorry, but if you're buying this for $45, you gotta either be a drug dealer, on parole, or a sex offender. Like, if this isn't the most Zoomies ass graphic ever. Like, I know when we were in middle school we thought this was hard. A Roman emperor god figure holding a plaque that says cap, then crossed out, VLONE down the sleeve, and wait for it, yep, there it is, $52. What is this? This shit stinks! And for $120, you can get Jesus Christ wearing a VLONE shirt being crucified on a VLONE stake. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. The only sin would be wearing this and actually thinking you don't look like a complete jackass.